students, we are on 4-4, and this lesson is about multiplying two-digit numbers. I'm going to show you 3 ways to multiply two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. First way is going to be called place value rows. Let's take a look at that. It's kind of like a little bit what I went over in 4-3. We're going to put multiplication into rows. So I'm going to use the problem 43 times 67. In this problem, we're going to think about like the area and make a box for these numbers. So for instance, I'm going to take 43 and I'm going to cut it up like this and say that this is 40 plus 3. Okay? And then in this box will be 67. And I will multiply these sections and just use the rows. So before I had the 60 and the 7 here, it was a larger box. Now I'm just going to take this second number and write it right here. Okay? In this box, I would multiply 40 times 67. The benefit of doing this is that 0. Okay? So I'm going to add that 0 at the end and just multiply 4 times 67. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 more is 26. So the total for 40 times 67 is 2,680. This bottom one is going to be 3 times 67. So 67 times 3. In this one, I'm going to just multiply again. 3 times 7 is 21. And 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 more is 20. So this would be 201. And I would take both of these numbers and I would add them together. So 2,680 plus 201. And my answer would be 2,881. Now I want to look at something called the shortcut method. I'm going to take this same exact problem and do the shortcut method. And this is probably a way that many of you multiply. So that's just taking your 43 and your 67 and multiplying them together. Doesn't really matter which one you put on top or the bottom, because when you multiply, you can change those terms. 7 times 3 is 21. I carry the 2 into the tens place. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 more is 20. This is kind of matching, isn't it? And then the 4, because remember we broke it up, the 40 and the 3. 4 times 7 is going to be probably the same as this. 4 times 7 is 28. Got a 2 up there already. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 more is 26. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot. I'm done with the 3, so I need a 0 as my placeholder. 4 times 7 is 28. And 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 more is 28. And that matches this number, sorry. And then we add these numbers together, and I will get the same answer. Oops. I'm sorry, 6 times 4 is 24, plus 2 more is 26. There we go. And when we add this up, we'll get the same answer that we did before. As you can see, you can sometimes make mistakes with the shortcut method. If you forget to put the 0, okay, you're going to have trouble. So this kind of helps you with your place values. Now, the new group method is very similar to the shortcut method. I will show you doing the same exact problem, 67 times 43. Okay, so instead of carrying your 2, you'll write a little 2 over here. I'll show you. 7 times 3 is 21. So instead of putting the 2 up here, I'm going to go 21. So that 2 is now a little 2 that I would have put up here, but it's closer here to help me remember to add it. Okay? And then I would continue. 3 times 6 is 18, and I would put my 18 right here. And carry my 1. Okay? Because the only one number will go in each row. Okay? So instead of putting the 1 up there, which I would have written it down, I'm going to put the 1 up here. Then I'm going to multiply I'm done with the 3, so I'm going to put a 0 as a placeholder, and I'm going to multiply the tens place. 4 times 7 is 28, so I'm going to write my 2 up here, 28. And 4 times 6 is 24, so I'm going to write my 2 over here and then my 4, okay? And then I will add these numbers up. That will be 1, 8 plus 8 is 16, 17, 18. There we go. 8, I'm carrying my 1 again. Oh, I could put it right up here, okay? Then I would have 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 1 over here, 8, and then bring down my 2. Okay, so I can put the 1 there, or I can put it up here. So these are 3 different ways to multiply. This is the way many of us use, but you can use either way to help you multiply. These other ways help you make a little bit less mistakes, but you can use either way. All right, I want to take a look at the place value section, something we talked about in 4-3, and compare it to the place value rows. I'm going to take the same number again, 43 times 67, and this time, instead of just 1 row, I will have the 2 separate rows. So I'm going to have my 40 here, plus the 3, and my 60 here, plus the 7. Okay. So I'm going to take 40 times 60 here. I'm going to take 60 times 3 here. I'm going to take 40 times 7 here. So I'm going to write that sideways. And then I'm going to take 3 times 7 right here. Okay? And I'm going to find the answers for these problems. So 6 times 4 is 24. I have 2 zeros, add them in. 6 times 3 is 18. I have 1 0, I'm going to add it in. 7 times 4 is 28. I have 1 0, I will add it in. And 7 times 3 is 21. I will take all of those numbers, 2,400, 180, 280, 21, and add them all up. 8 plus 8 is 16, 2 more is 18, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2. So again, we have the same numbers, and I feel like this way you can make a lot less mistakes than all 3 of the other ways. However, you can multiply whichever way you feel comfortable.